Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know I haven't posted anything in a very long time. I've definitely been fishing and doing other things outdoors. However, I've just been super busy and content has not been worth it to create or post. However, there's been a recent change in my life and I have something super excited to show you guys. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. Yeah, I got a bass boat. So this boat right here is the 2017 Bass Tracker Pro Team 195 TXW. This boat ran me around $25,000. The private seller who I bought it from originally listed it for $31,000. However, I think that the price was justified with all the cool hidden features and accessories that are on this boat. This boat is a aluminum hull, so it'll be perfect for me to be fishing here in central and northern Wisconsin. If you guys like this video, please give it a like. Comment down below anything you guys would add to this boat, do differently with this boat, or if you guys have any tips and advices for a first-time boat owner. I will be doing a giveaway during this video, so stay tuned. Okay, so starting from the rear, we have a 150 horsepower Mercury 4-stroke outboard motor that is paired with a 3-bladed stainless steel Mercury Tempest propeller. In the rear, I also have 8 feet power poles attached for shallow water anchoring. Something I really like about this trailer setup is that it has the boat buckles. Now the boat buckles make it really nice because it's a ratchet strap system that allows me to quickly load and unload the boat from the trailer. All you gotta do is ratchet it down to tighten. In the rear we also have LED lights, and here you can see my transom saver. It's a really nice one that's custom fitted for this outboard motor. One thing I like about that is that it is not attached to the trailer itself like the original. Therefore, all the pressure will not be banging up against the lower portion of the outboard motor. If you look right here, you can see the transducer for the total scan that is attached to my unit up there. I'll show you guys that in a second here when we go to the front. Now, moving to the front of the boat. For my trolling motor, I have the Minn Kota Ultrex. This trolling motor has the iPilot. It is a 80-pound thrust trolling motor and is more than enough for this boat. Also at the front, I have a transducer that is attached to that unit, which I will go over in a second here. Something I like about this trailer is that it has the breakaway tongue, which allows me to store the boat nicely. On the trailer, it also has the normal winch system right here. And a cool addition to the boat is this trailer step with the handle from Boat EFX. It's pretty sturdy and makes getting on and off the boat a lot more convenient. There's also a spare tire on the boat. This trailer only has 2 wheels, so it's a single axle. However, there are 3 leaf springs for the suspension system on it. Okay guys, so now moving on to the giveaway. It's super simple, super easy. So I know that growing up, I would have definitely appreciated it and loved it if someone took me out fishing on their boat. However, I never had that opportunity. Well, I'm here to tell you guys that you guys have the opportunity. I will be choosing 2 lucky winners to go fishing with me here in central Wisconsin and northern Wisconsin. So that is the giveaway. To enter this giveaway, it's very simple. All you have to do is share this YouTube video on your social media stories. You have to make sure to tag me at Ning Outdoors in your story. Make sure to also subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow my Instagram page. So again, to enter this giveaway, you share this video, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. It's very easy, and I know that many of you guys would appreciate it if you guys had the opportunity to go fishing on a bass boat as well. Good luck. Okay, so now going on to the boat itself. We'll start here in the back. This compartment right here is where the fuel tank and batteries will be located. All these compartments are either the twist and pull compartments or just the pull. What I mean by that is these handles right here. In order to access this compartment, you would have to twist and then pull. Once you do that, it will expose you to the 30-gallon fuel tank and then the 3 24-volt Duracell batteries. So there are 2 deep cycle batteries and then 1 cranking battery. This switch right here is the master switch for the batteries. So if you turn it on green, you will hear an audible noise letting you know that it's ready to go. There it is. This switch down here is for the trolling motor. So in order to charge the batteries, there is an extension cord right there that is connected to a onboard 3-bank nickel battery charger. In the rear here, we also have some storage spots. These compartments are unfortunately on the smaller side. However, they can definitely be used as storage for miscellaneous items, a small cooler, even a live well for bait. They are identical. Here in the rear, you will also see the fuel cap. Moving to the actual live wells. So these live wells are actually just one big live well. On this boat, there is a pump-in system, aeration system, and pump-out system. It's a pretty big live well that goes relatively deep. There is a removable divider. I could easily fit my whole forearm up to my elbow inside of this live well. Now moving to the seats. These seats right here are made from Deckmate. They are super comfortable and have synthetic leather. They hold you very well if you were to be on rough waves. Going to the captain's chair. Here's the dash with your gauges and switches. Here's a closer look at the gauges along with the steering wheel and switches. This is the horn button. There are multiple switches for the live well, bilge drain, and then the light switches for navigation down here. This switch right here was a custom switch that is actually very cool because once it flips on, it actually turns on LED lights in the interior, which makes it very handy when you are fishing in the early mornings or late evenings. It even lights up down here at the console. Something else I really like about these light switches is actually the navigation light. So normally when you are fishing, you would have to put the poles in with the green and red light and white light. However, for this boat, once I turn the navigation light on, you will see that the light in the rear that's white is actually attached to the power poles. And then in the front, it is actually already installed as LED strips. There's the red, there's the red, and then there's the green. Going back to the captain's chair, right here is the throttle and the up and down. These buttons right here, you also find right over here. Those buttons actually control the power pole. So if I go up a little closer, if I press the down button, you will see that the power poles will extend down. If I press up, they will go up. It is the same for this one and that one right over there. For my fish finding unit, I have a Lowrance HDS Carbon 12. We'll look at this in a second once it loads up and is ready to go. For now, we'll go to the passenger side. Here at the passenger side, you will see there's an accessory right here from Rapala that will hold some wire cutters, some pliers, and scissors. Something very cool is that there's also a hidden ruler right here. It's on the shorter side, unfortunately. However, it is very handy that it's in a really nice, quick, easy access spot. You'll see right here that there's also rod storage for the passenger. There are bungee cords right there and right here for the rods of the passenger. All right, now going back to the unit at the dash. As I said earlier, it has the side scan and down scan. This unit's very nice. I'm planning to actually upgrade the one up front. The one up front is very similar to this one. It is actually a HDS Carbon 9. I'm going to upgrade that unit up at the front by adding the active target transducer. Here's a look. Obviously, I'm not in the water right now, so it's not going to read anything. Moving forward, this compartment right here is actually a cooler. However, unfortunately, it does not do a very good job at that. So there's actually some foam pads inside that the previous owner installed in. They are removable though, so I'll debate on what I want to do, whether I want to keep this as a cooler or maybe a trash bin. It is drainable too. On the sides right here for the left and the right are dry spaces. They go pretty deep. You can definitely put your keys in there or phones to keep them dry from the water. Moving up to the actual fishing space of the boat. Over here to the left and the right are storage spaces. Currently inside I have 2 seats along with some carts and miscellaneous items. They are pretty big. However, I definitely plan to take the seats out as they take up a lot of the space. On this right side, it's actually full because I have the boat cover inside of it. I'll plan to remove that though and put the life jackets into this compartment. This compartment will also be where the fire extinguisher is located, along with the oar. Here in the middle is the rod locker. This rod locker is very spacious. I would guess that I could easily fit 20 plus rods in here if I really wanted to. There are these rod holders that make it very nice and organized. It can fit up to 8.5 feet rods. It's very nice too that this rod locker has lights on the bottom and on top. That's all for the storage up front. Okay, now moving to the front of the boat. So you'll see right here, this is my foot pedal that's attached to the Ultrex. It has a cool foot padding on it that will allow the foot pedal to stay cool during the hot summer days. Up here, you will also see this up arrow, and right down here, this down arrow. That's actually attached to the power poles in the back. So there's 3 ways to deploy the power poles. It's by the passenger side over here, drive side over there, and then up here at the front. For the trolling motor, it has a steel cable that's attached to this quick release system. All you have to do is place your foot down here, open up that lever, and then you can easily deploy the trolling motor with the assisted lift. To lock it in place, it just falls right back into that spot. Again, this unit is the Lowrance HDS Carbon 9, which is similar to the one that I showed earlier. You will see up here that there's this white Minn Kota dot. So this circle right here is actually in the rear as well and is part of the iPilot system for GPS. Here in the front, you could also control the outboard motor up and down, and you have storage for some pliers, scissors, pens, and drinks. The trolling motor, I forgot to mention, also has a weedless propeller. Let's give the boat one last look. Now, obviously, you can see that this boat has a whole bunch of carpet decals, along with decals on the side. So this boat actually is wrapped up top. And so that's why you see this almost fading of color from black to reddish maroon. I think it adds a little bit of taste to the boat and looks very nice. You'll also see over here that the cleats on the boat are the ones that can fold down. That's pretty nice because it allows me to be confident in that I will never break a rod tip or accidentally step on them, stub my toe. You'll see up here that you can use the bungee cords for the rods as well. This is where the seat pedestal will go that I have in there. However, I never really plan to use it, so probably not ever going to. Something very interesting about this boat, if you look right here, you'll see this signature right here. Right here. If someone can guess who that signature is, please let me know. I actually know who it is. I'm just curious if you guys can read that. If you guys let me know who this signature belongs to, then I'll enter you guys into a giveaway. All right, and that concludes it for my boat review. Take care.